to another episode of Second Take. I'm sorry we've been neglecting y'all. It's been busy. We both finished up with school. Yay, I'm a senior. Yay, Armand's a junior. Life is going on, but it's finally summer for both of us, and Second Take was our first priority. Armand, how are you?
I am doing well. Can't complain. Actually packing up my room right now. I had to take a break to do Second Take, of course, for the fans. Yeah, but it feels good to be done finally. Looking forward to a good summer full of sports. Get to watch more sports and do the show with you and for the fans. So there's really nothing better, nothing better.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to discuss some NBA playoffs. Since we last had the show, I mean, all the series have ended. So we know who's going on in the conference finals. It's looking like it's about to be pretty fun. So we're going to have the Hawks and the Cavs. The Cavs, I think they were the first one to finish out their series against the Bulls. I thought the Bulls were going to give me something. The Bulls gave me nothing. Moved on from it. Hawks, I thought that they were going to end up in the conference finals, so I'm happy to see this. I hope they beat the Cavs. We shall see. And then Rockets, Clippers turned out to be the most exciting series. People were doubting me. I was saying that the Rockets were going to pull it out, and they were like, no, they won't. They're down 3-1. But somehow it went to Game 7. Game 7 was yesterday. Rockets showed out. Don't know what happened with the Clippers. Everyone's acting like this was like the worst demise in playoff. Clippers did a really good job. I'm going to really, really, really miss watching Blake Griffin dunk. I'm just going to miss it. That's all I really wanted to watch for the rest of the playoffs, and I don't get to watch it anymore, and I'm a little sad. But shout out to Dwight Howard. That's all I care about. Making it to the conference finals again, this time in the West. This is new territory. He's used to the East, but this is going to be nice. And they play the Warriors. The Warriors bounced back against the Grizzlies. I was kind of worried for a second, but I think Warriors-Rockets is about to be really interesting because we got the MVP and the MVP runner-up. And so if the Warriors win the series, and of course everyone's going to be like, James Harden didn't deserve, like, this is why Steph Curry got it, James Harden didn't. And then if the Rockets win, everyone's going to be like, James Harden should have won the MVP, blah, 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 blah. So it's going to be fun, though. It's going to be really fun. But the Rockets are going to have to step up on defense because we know the Splash Bros with their three-pointers, and they need to be able to defend that.
Yeah, experiencing some technical difficulties. However, yeah. So I was sitting down the other day thinking about the NBA playoffs and thinking about sports as of late, and I've just been so wrong in so many of my predictions. Not even just in the NBA playoffs, in every sport. I said Pacquiao would win. He didn't win. I said the Seahawks would win the Super Bowl. They didn't win. I said the Hawks would get knocked out in first, second round. Didn't happen. So the Warriors wouldn't make it past second round. That didn't happen. Said the Bulls had a chance to beat the Cavs. That didn't happen. So, it's just like I've just been so wrong lately that I'm just going to stop making predictions. However, I do think these are going to be some pretty easy matchups to decide. I think that the Warriors will probably – I think Steph Curry and James Harden will be a good matchup one-on-one if they end up guarding each other. But as a whole, I don't think the Rockets can match up to the Warriors very well at all. I think the Warriors' bench is just very, very deep. So I see this series going 5-6 games. Warriors will end up winning. Cavs-Hawks, I don't think – like the Bulls, in my opinion, were the only team that could stop the Cavs on the way to the NBA Finals. And now that the Cavs beat them, I don't know if the Hawks will win a game against them. Maybe one, but it seems like the Cavs finally have their stuff together. They completely took over in that series against the Bulls those last 3 games. So it's looking like it's the NBA Finals matchup that I didn't want. It's the NBA Finals matchup that everyone predicted, but it's looking like it's going to be Warriors-Cavs. But then again, my predictions are always wrong, so watch both of them lose. But regardless, it's going to be a very, very interesting NBA Finals. Conference Finals first of all, and then NBA Finals as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to it.
See, unlike Armand, all of my predictions have been right. So we'll see. I'm pulling for the Rockets, so I want to see DH12 with that ring. He deserves that ring. All right. But there is one reason why we are here. We have to discuss something very important, something big that happened in the sports world. We all know about Deflategate. We all know that Deflategate deflated and no one seemed to care about it. Then it popped back up. Turns out Tom Brady knew about it or something due to a recent investigation. Regardless, the Patriots have been fined $1 million. Ooh, that's really going to hurt their bank account. And then Tom Brady was suspended for 4 games. A lot of people are asking me, do I think this is right? Do I think that they should have gotten more? Do I think they should have gotten less? No, they cannot take away a Super Bowl win because of this. All right, we need to get that straightened out right now. People are asking me, should they have lost this? Should they have get their Super Bowl ring revoked? No. Do you know how dramatic that is? Do you know how serious something has to be for that to happen? So no, unless you can without a doubt prove to me that the deflated footballs resulted in the Super Bowl win, without a doubt, you can't take away a Super Bowl win. All right. I think even 4 games is a little bit too much. I think it's funny though because Ray Rice got the same game suspension as someone who deflated footballs. Interesting there, but I really don't think it's this big of a deal. We discussed it when it was all happening. Every quarterback has their preference for how they like a football. I think these being slightly deflated, I don't know. It really isn't that big of a deal to me. I understand due to pressure, the NFL needed to crack down on it, but they're a little late on it because I feel like the Deflategate drama nobody did anything about it. We were moved on from it. And then they want to just bring it back like this. So I think if they were going to give this ruling that should have been months ago when all of us still cared about this, now I don't really care about it. It just seems kind of, after the fact, seems really late on this. Tom Brady, he sits out for 4 games, just kind of stupid. I don't think this taints his legacy at all. He's still an incredible quarterback in my opinion. Still one of the best going into the Hall of Fame. No questions here. Bill Belichick, yeah, he does some sketchy stuff, but still one of the greatest quarterbacks. Coaches, and the rings speak for themselves. But NFL just handled this poorly, as they do most things. So no surprises here.
Yeah, I definitely agree in terms of this not tainting Tom Brady's legacy. Him deflating footballs one time, them using cameras one time, the various other cheating incidents. Those aren't the reason that Tom Brady has dominated the NFL for the last decade and a half or however long he's been in the league. Tom Brady is clearly one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Yeah, you can't go around deflating footballs. As I said on the show several weeks ago, a couple months ago, I definitely think the Patriots should have been punished. The fact Tom Brady knew about it and let it happen, then I definitely support the game suspension. I do want to address the whole Ray Rice thing because I definitely do agree that Ray Rice should have gotten more of a punishment than he did, and I don't want people to confuse my words. But I do think that Tom Brady's 4-game suspension as opposed to Ray Rice's 2-game suspension is appropriate due to the fact that though Ray Rice did assault a woman, it was off the field and it didn't have anything to do with the football game and kind of how a football game may or may not have resulted. Tom Brady deflating footballs essentially people can argue, oh, yeah, the Colts are going to lose anyways. I agree. The Colts are probably going to lose anyways. But the fact is, Tom Brady tampered with the game of football. And if there's nothing else that the NFL authorities and administration should do, it's to protect the game of football because that's what the NFL is all about. It's about playing football and ensuring football is played the right way. So Tom Brady tampered with a football game. And, yes, Ray Rice committed a crime and he should have gotten more punishment for it. But if we're looking at just in terms of the NFL and football rules and the game of football, then I understand why Tom Brady got the punishment he did. But just to clear up everything, I do think Ray Rice should have gotten a bigger punishment. I don't want people saying that I did not say that. He absolutely should have gotten.
Well, listen, the reason I disagree with that is because, all right, I understand the NFL is supposed to deal with NFL issues, but this is still America. The NFL, it's not its own governing body. They are not exempt from the laws of the United States. If you go out into the world and deflate a football, you're not going to get arrested. No one really cares. You're just kind of that weird person that goes around deflating footballs. For some reason, work it out in therapy. you go around hitting women, that is illegal in every standard of the United States law, all right? That is why the NFL blew this so badly, is because this is illegal in every realm. It doesn't matter what you are. If you play Quidditch, if you play football, if you play basketball, if you are an accountant, this is illegal, okay? Deflating footballs is not, you're just a weird person who does it if you are not a football player or a basketball player or some athlete who uses the ball. This is how the NFL messed up, in my opinion. I think, and this is why during the NFL draft, every time Roger Goodell got up there, he was faced with boos on boos on boos. It's because the NFL is hurting, man. They're doing everything way too late. They're doing everything wrong. Nothing is just, something needs to change because they're doing it all wrong, in my opinion. I understand it's supposed to be just about football, but it's not just about football. When humans are involved, there's always more to deal with. And, you know, these are guys and they feel they can get away with stuff. And whether it's deflating footballs, punching women, raping women, doing drugs, they think they can get away with it. And you have to set a standard. And their standard has sucked so far, because right now it's saying punch a woman, 2-game suspension. Deflate a football. Oh, God forbid you deflate a football. Your team gets fined, and you're out 4 games.
And you're absolutely right about that. The NFL is not its own entity; it's not its own country. At the end of the day, the NFL is a company that has to follow the rules of the United States of America. So I get that, and you're absolutely right. Granted, I don't think there are any laws in the United States that govern deflating footballs. You know, like, I don't think if a random dude just stands on the corner of a street in New York City and deflates a football, the cop is going to go up to him and, you know, say something. But I understand.
But he definitely needs some counseling, because I don't know why he's doing that.
I mean, maybe he didn't like the ball pressure. You know, maybe he was playing out for the NFL and he was like, all right, well, this football just isn't good enough for me, so I need to deflate it a little bit. But regardless, I understand what you're saying. And as I said, I definitely agree that the fact that Tom Brady got more games taken away from him looks crazy. But at the same time, I just feel like, yeah, Ray Rice assaulted a woman. The police, the government, the United States government can deal with that. The NFL is definitely justified in punishing him, giving him some time off. You don't want a guy like that on the field, or a guy like that in an NFL locker room. But at the same time, if people are like cheating and taking away the integrity of a football game and just going against the rules, I don't know. I feel like in terms of the National Football League, cheating as opposed to doing crazy stuff off the field, they kind of, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think we're going to agree on this one, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the NFL and the whole handling of Brady, too late. And
True.
I mean, it's just, it was so, we were all so done with it. We weren't even thinking about Deflategate anymore. And then they just brought it back up. So, you know what, Roger Goodell, might be time for you to, you know, dip on out of here, because it's not going right. We need a commissioner who does better than this, because if you were going to punish this, do it when it actually happened, when all of us knew about it. And then you're going to say, oh, no, we just found out all this evidence. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You had this evidence.
But you can't rush an investigation. There was a lot of speculation and allegations with the deflated footballs. Granted, the refs found them. There was no way to immediately prove Tom Brady knew, or that the Patriots, like, 100% were involved in that. So I think that's why the whole issue resurfaced, and with the whole Wells report coming out and the investigation. I get what you're saying. It's definitely old news. People forgot about it. No one cares. Patriots won the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, granted, like, we're waiting for an investigation, and then when more stuff comes up, you kind of have to act on it. Because if that report came out and the NFL did nothing, I guarantee the whole world would have been like, wow, so you guys just did nothing to this guy, even though he's, like, going around cheating, as the Patriots have done multiple times throughout the last decade. So I that's just, I guess, my take.
Yeah, but what I'm wondering is why it took them so late to do the investigation. That's my issue with it. It's not about because I completely agree. If they came out with this information and they were just like looking the other way, there would be a problem. You know, the NFL needs to act on this. But we all knew about this months ago, okay? So why wasn't there an investigation then? That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. I mean, I guess given the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl 2 weeks after the whole deflate allegations began, I guess they didn't want that drama affecting their chances of winning or whatever. But yeah, it has been quite a few months. Investigations do take long though. Some are short, some might take a little longer.
All right, we weren't investigating like the CIA. You were investigating footballs. All right, so no, this investigation does not take that long. I promise you, I could have done it.
Well, you should have been.
All right, well, next time I will. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. I have to go investigate some footballs. Deflategate 2.0, brought to you by Jillian Kushner. Thank you for tuning in again. Sorry we're a mess at all times. We are going to get back on a better schedule. I promise. It's summer, and Second Take is our priority. So Thank you again, and we'll see you next episode.